President Lauder, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. May I just welcome you wholeheartedly here in Budapest. Shalom. May I just continue in Hungarian.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to in Budapest in the name of Hungary and the people of Hungary. I greet the representatives of the Jewish community and a warm welcome to our guests in our country. It is with special pleasure and friendship that I greet those who have in fact come home because they have their family roots here.
Akik tulajdonképpen hazajöttek, mert itt vannak a családi gyökereik.
Hungary has deep-rooted tradition of welcoming and respecting guests. Here all who knock on our door have a right to hospitality.
Nálunk a vendégjog minden betérőt megillet. Ezért azt kívánom önöknek,
And so I wish that you all have an enjoyable stay and take pleasure in our wonderful capital.
Csodálatos fővárosunkban. Magyarország szabad ország, így a vendégjogba az is
Hungary is free country, and so the right to hospitality includes mentioning the things that may bother you and that you may find wrong.
Az önök vezetői azzal indokolták látogatásukat, hogy a Magyarországon erősödő antiszemitizmusra akarják.
Your leaders justified your visit by the fact that they wish to draw the world's attention to increasing antisemitism in Hungary.
Hiszen mindenkinek a segítségére és összefogására szükség van ahhoz, hogy
If this is the way they feel, then it's good that you have come to us, because we need everyone's help and cooperation to successfully act against the spread of hate.
Olyan helyekről is, ahol az antiszemitizmus iskolás gyerekek életét követeli.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know that Jewish leaders have come here from all over the world, including from places where the anti-Semitism sometimes claims the lives of school children. And from places where the following the anti-Semitic murder of children, there's no consensus on whether a minute's silence in memory of the victims that may be ordered in state schools. From places where bomb attacks that claims leaves are launched against synagogues. Nothing of this nature has so far occurred in Hungary. We don't want Hungary to become a country of that kind, and so I ask you to share your experiences so that hate cannot degenerate to this level here in Hungary. Ladies and gentlemen, history has taught the Hungarians that antisemitism must be recognized in time. Hungary lived through and is intimately aware of the inhuman destruction that antisemitism caused to the Jewish people, Hungary and the whole of Europe. It is with a broken heart that we bow our heads in memory of the victims. At the same time, we thank God that despite the Nazi and Arrow-Cross destruction and authentic Jewish community, one of Europe's most significant and ancient Jewish communities managed to survive here in Hungary. We thank God that He has enriched all of our Hungary as a result. We have also learned that antisemitism isn't a natural disaster, but the work of man. And as a result, we must all feel and accept our own personal responsibility. We are all aware of the growth of antisemitism throughout Europe, including Hungary. The situation is a difficult one. The economic crisis shaking Europe to the core. Unsuccessful crisis management of European leaders is causing increasingly deep frustration and consuming people's hope. Let's talk straight. Disillusionment, anger, and hatred are on the increase. In a situation such as this, it is especially important that we make it clear. Anti-Semitism is unacceptable and intolerable. Ladies and gentlemen, today's difficult situation requires an answer to the question, where did we go wrong in Europe during the past 20 years? We finally destroyed communism. We put an end to the Cold War. Europe was given the chance to once again be the continent of peace, cohabitation, understanding and tolerance. And here we are 20 years later and are searching for a cure for increasing intolerance and anti-Semitism. What happened to us? This is a question that is asked by many, and we hear many arguments. We Hungarians provided our own answer 2 years ago when we set down our first democratic constitution. We Hungarians think that it was a mistake to believe that community with a weak national and religious identity would give us a better chance of peaceful cohabitation. Today, it seems that a strong identity provides better bedrock for mutual acknowledgement and respect. Today, it seems that all of us, Jews and non-Jews alike, benefit more if we strive to be good patriots and the good children of God. Each according to their own laws, but all standing firm on the bedrock unconditional respect of human dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, in the end, things always become simplified. They are simplified into good and bad. You know perhaps better than anybody else that in the final analysis, the world is governed by two types of human intent and action, good and bad. When the will of good people was at the fore here in Hungary, then Hungarians and Jews lived together in peace and prosperity, and if needed, the state of Hungary protected its citizens. Antisemitism is a state of mind in which evil takes control of people's thoughts and actions, and this danger also threatened us, Christians. We are aware that during the course of history there were bad Christians and bad Hungarians who committed grievous sins. In the light of all this, our answer to increasing anti-Semitism in Europe and in Hungary is not the giving up of our religious and moral roots, but exactly the opposite. To recall and reinforce the examples and tradition of good Christians. Accordingly, the current constitution provides true protection to security, real and full human dignity, personal and community dignity to the Jewish people. And of course, to all minorities who live side by side with us. Today's Hungarian Christian Democrat government's politics felt that it was its moral duty to introduce a Remembrance Day for victims of all Holocaust in schools. It felt that it was its moral obligation to establish Holocaust Memorial Day. It felt morally bound to stand with heads bowed and listen to the Kaddish in the same houses of parliament in which the anti-Jewish laws were once passed. It felt that it was its moral duty to organize a memorial year in respect of Raoul Wallenberg.
amit a Talmudból ismerünk. A Talmud tanítja.
It felt it was its moral obligation to ban the operations of paramilitary organizations. It felt it was its morally bound to set up the Holocaust 2014 Memorial Committee. It felt that it was its moral duty to ban symbols of dictatorship. Feel in our hearts the teaching of our first Christian king, with the wisdom we know well from the Talmud. The Talmud teaches,
tisztelt Hölgyeim és Uraim! A mi nemzedékünk, a szabadság,
hate evil tendencies and vanity drive men from this world, humility that lifts him up, and only arrogance and hatred that topples him, and revolutions. In our youth, we toppled communism and regained our country's independence so that we could all live here in freedom. We know that there is no freedom without human dignity. And so our generation will not tolerate the wounding of the human dignity of anybody in our country because of their ancestry or religion, because that would be an effort to the freedom that we have struggled together to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, please let me thank the Jewish people of Hungary, in recent years. I recall the memory of Tom Lepid, who spoke out against the assaulting of Hungarians in the Vojvodina. It is here I remember those Jewish communities who stood up for the rights of Hungarians. It is here that I must mention to the loud and open support expressed by Chief Rabbi of Israel Yona Metzger during the course of international debate and encouragement of the fact that our work is not in vain. There is hope that our children may live in an area in which anti-Semitism is just as inconceivable as the past ages in which the world suffered from the plague. This is not just a dream, it's a possibility, and one of that I feel is only up to us. We know that the triumph of evil requires only that good people remain inactive. We Hungarians are not and shall not be inactive. I would like to ask you all to take this message with you to the Jewish people of the world. Welcome to Hungary.
Isten hozta önöket Magyarországon.